Hey everybody, this is Aftermath. I bet you look awesome today. God knows I do. And you bet you feel awesome. Let's get to those picks because I just bombed Wednesday. I'm sorry. You can't pick those games right. They're just too hard to pick some days. And you think you got them all right, and you just don't. I mean, it started out real nice with Green Bay versus Seattle. I told you Seattle is going to win this game. 3 reasons. Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, in Seattle. If I can add to that, better defense. Green Bay played an awesome game, though. But Mike McCarthy made some questionable coaching calls. I thought that catch was a catch. I watched that play, and they showed the instant replay on TV, and it looked like a catch to me. So I think Mike McCarthy made the right call there. However, not going for it on 4th and 2, even though you're on your back 30, your defense ain't that great. I've seen your defense. Your defense is lousy, simply lousy. So Seattle wins there, 27-24. Who knew Dallas would get smart, especially against Atlanta? I picked Atlanta here. This is one of where I was wrong. This is where the nightmare just kept coming. I mean, one nightmare after another pick. This is why you don't gamble. I mean, you just can't. Because the experts weren't even picking Atlanta to win. Matt Ryan just didn't play well, didn't flow right. Julio Jones had a few good catches, but Dak Prescott was 20 for 30. Or 22 for 36, I believe. And Ezekiel had over 100 yards rushing. I told you it had 30 carries. You rushed the ball. Dallas looked awesome. You just can't tell with Dallas. Dallas is on now has the green light to win that division. We'll talk about reasons why that later on, but because I don't want to spoil it for you now, because we're just getting into this. The Detroit Lions beat the Carolina Panthers. No one saw that coming either. Detroit looked unbelievable. The franchise quarterback, Matthew Stafford, looked good. Cam Newton just didn't do what he needed to do to get the game done. I don't know what happened there. Detroit wins 20-19. Tennessee and Marcus Mariota forgot how to play football. You think after they beat the New England Patriots last week, put a squonking on them, then they walk into Indianapolis and get smoked. You know what, Tennessee, if you're going to talk the talk and try to back it up, then you better back it up. You just didn't back it up. You got beat 38-10 by the Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck looked like a MVP, and the last 3 games he's played, he's looked really well. But the last 3 games, other than this team, were crap. I mean, you had Buffalo, you had the Oakland Raiders, so these were crap. Otherwise, but the Colts win 38-10. As for Tampa Bay versus New York Giants, I picked the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this is another one I was part of, just a nightmare of nightmares. Ryan Fitzpatrick had 3 picks, and they just threw away the game. That's why Jameis Winston's going to start next week. I read online, actually. But the Giants win 38-35. As for the Houston Texans and the Washington Redskins, Houston Texans won this game. I picked the Washington Redskins. Who knew that Alex Smith was going to go down with a huge injury in his leg? Colt McCoy stepped in. Colt McCoy is going to be the starter for the rest of the year. They just signed Mark Sanchez as a backup to Colt McCoy. Texas won 23-21. Deshaun Watson had an awesome game. They have a good defense. Texans are 7-3. They're looking like the team that win the division. Tennessee was just talking some smack last week. It looked like because They're already down behind 2 games. Behind them, lost to the Colts big time. So I don't see the Tennessee Titans winning that division after they just talked so much smack about beating the Patriots. The Patriots went into a bye week this week after that loss, went and play the Jets next week. And I'm going to pick them against the Jets, and it's in New York. So they have a nice road game that they can win and can bounce back and look good on the road and gain some confidence. And that's what I like about New England. Tennessee, they went on the road and got whooped. So I hate that crap. For Pittsburgh and Jacksonville, I was right on that one. Pittsburgh came back and won. Big Ben looked awesome. Blake Boyles, I don't even know if Blake Boyles will be there next year. He's probably just finishing up the year in Jacksonville because he's not playing well at all. And so you pick Pittsburgh was the easy win there. As for Baltimore, Joe Flacco did not start. So Baltimore started their rookie quarterback. I can't think of the name right now. I'm sorry. But Cincinnati, Andy Dalton didn't play well. Marvin Lewis didn't coach well. Wasn't ready. That's his name. Lamar Jackson had over 130 yards rushing, over 27 carries if you count the 3 knee downs, but had 24 carries. Was one of the most amazing rushing quarterbacks we had in a long time, in long games. And Baltimore did just enough carries to run that rushing quarterback to win the game. And Lamar Jackson is awesome. I knew that from the start. That's why I wanted New England to draft him. And they didn't. So kudos to Baltimore. Kudos to the win from Baltimore. Baltimore won that one 24-21. As for Oakland versus Arizona, I took a risk on this one, and I picked Arizona because Josh Rosen's played well. They have a few with Josh Rosen, and Arizona's had some nice wins. And I thought Oakland tanked the season because they looked god awful in every single thing, and Oakland just pulls out a win out of nowhere, 23-21, and that just destroyed my pick there. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I had another 5 games wrong this week because Denver beats LA and 23-22. Phillip Rivers just didn't complete the job. In Denver, Casey Keenum looked good. Looked like he might have saved Justice's job at the end of the year, but I don't know. Denver has to keep winning to keep Joseph as a head coach. Otherwise, he's out. Marvin Lewis might be out. Dallas's head coach still might be out, even though he won that game. So we'll find out. And, it's up in there on that one. But, yeah, so there were 6 games I was wrong on. But this next one, New Orleans and Philadelphia. New Orleans just smoked the crap out of Philadelphia. Carson Wentz couldn't get anything going. Only had 155 yards passing. Drew Brees was on fire, over 300 yards passing. One of their receivers had records of 150 yards receiving yards. So New Orleans is the team to beat in the NFC. NFC South, NFC team. They're going to the NFC Championship. Drew Brees looks like the MVP right now, right there with Patrick Mahomes. But we'll find out on that one. I like New Orleans to keep winning games, and so As for Minnesota versus Chicago, Chicago kind of just snuck up on me there. I knew they were good. I just didn't know how good they were. And I liked Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings. Their defense is not what their defense was last year. Chicago's defense is something for real. Mitch Trubisky is not bad. He's game managing and he's learning to be elite. He was nowhere on the level of Carson Wentz or Andrew Luck when they got drafted, but he's supposed to be really good. Chicago really likes him. He's playing well. Some experts really don't like him. I like him. I saw him play against New England. He looked really good. I've seen him down the stretch. He's been doing really good. He's still learning, and he's still so. Just give him some time. Be patient with him. And tonight is Monday Night Football. You got the Rams and the Chiefs. I'm picking the Rams to win this game. You got Jared Goff. You got an awesome defense. You got Todd Gurley, and it's in LA. The Chiefs have Patrick Mahomes. Andy Reid is their head coach. Has an awesome offense, no defense, none whatsoever. The Rams, what they need to do to make it an easy win, run Todd Gurley down their throats. Just hand him the ball. Keep handing the ball. Jared Goff makes good decisions. The line protects Jared Goff all day long. They have the defense. Get a pass rush. Have O'Donnell, Ndamukong Suh. Suh from Nebraska, baby. So having those two guys get to the quarterback, and that's the way to go. Because the Jets want to win now. They want a Super Bowl right now. That's what they built this team for. This is what they're building their team for, to win. And they lost to New Orleans by a few points, and they almost came back to win. And New Orleans has a defense. Kansas City don't have one. The experts say, "Oh well, it's getting healthier." No, let's face it. Kansas City still doesn't have one. They still lost to New England. Let's stop thinking that the Chiefs are the new New England Patriots. No. Chiefs are going to lose this one, and then later in the year, mark my word, they're going to lose to Seattle. In Seattle. That's why I've already picked this game. LA Rams win this game. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But, and yes, I had a bad week this week on my picks. I had a great weekend, except for my picks. So, please join me on Aftermath Wednesday night. We'll record. And please give me a like if you liked the video. Leave me a comment down below also. Or if you have questions, leave me a question. And I'll be sure to post this on Facebook. Thank you and have a good night.